Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming to another edition of New Materials at the Library, in this case, Children's Department. We have a ton of new books. Even though I did one of these recently, we have so many new books. I wanted to tell you about them. First one is called 1,000,000 Oysters on Top of the Mountain, which is an intriguing title. And it is all about how part of the earth that is now a mountain, or now different layers, used to be under ocean, and fossils, layers of the earth, things like that. So if you have a child who is interested in archaeology or paleontology, I think they would really like that one. Another nonfiction book, this is called Disasters by the Numbers, a book of infographics. It's Steve Jenkins, who's a really good nonfiction writer for kids. So it has all these different infographics about different natural disasters. Tornadoes, snow and wind. It's got really interesting ways of measuring. So that's how thick the snow was as compared to a human being in that situation. All different infographics. So if you have a child who really likes details, I think they would really, and natural disasters, they would really like that. This is a fictional book, but based on a true story, Red and Green and Blue and White. So this is about two neighbors that live across the street from each other. One is this is Billings, Montana. One is decorated in Christmas lights. The other has a Hanukkah menorah in the window. And somebody throws a stone through the window with the menorah in it. And the town comes together and they all put menorahs up, the Christians and the Jewish people. So I guess maybe I shouldn't have told you the ending, but you can probably guess. This one is called A Quick History of the Universe, and it is in fact a quick history of the universe from the Big Bang on, what they know, what they think they know, and like cartoony illustrations, really fun writing, and just little snippets about different things about the universe. It was very interesting. Another nonfiction book. This one is called Good Housekeeping, Amazing Science. So it's about how to do science experiments with stuff that you have around your kitchen. Fun pictures again, easy experiments, and they are in fact stuff, sometimes edible, things that you would have in your kitchen. So if you want to supplement some supplement some science, that would be a good way to do it. This is called The Magical Musical Night. And it is about if all the famous musicians got together, and it's all these different fun colors, fun illustrations, it rhymes, and it really gives you a sense of music, even though it's a book. I really enjoyed it. Okay, this is another nonfiction book. This is called Spider Knot Arabella, the Spider in Space. This is about two spiders that got, well, it's primarily about one spider, but two spiders got sent into space to see if they could spin a web correctly. And just because normally they work with gravity, and that's how they determine how their web is. And it was based on an idea that a child had given NASA, and they used it. And I had to read the whole thing. It was very interesting. This is a fiction book called Three, about a stray dog who has 3 legs and who has fun in the city, but would also kind of like to have a home. Let's see what happens. Sweet dog. Okay, this is With Great Power, the Marvelous Stan Lee. So Stan Lee is famous Marvel comic book creator, and he was doing kind of normal comics, and then he wanted to do a different type of superhero. So the company wasn't sure about it, but he did it, and we all know what happens next. Ooh, this was a really cool book. I love the illustrations in these books. I don't know if that's claymation is kind of what it looks like, or felting. I'm not sure, but they are amazing looking illustrations. And this is about a boy who finds candies that allow him to hear different things talking to him. So one candy allows him to hear the house talking to him, the couch talking to him, telling him that the remote control stuck in it is hurting him, his dog talking to him. It was very, very imaginative, and like I said, the illustrations were amazing. Okay, this was a really cool book. This is also fiction, but My Words Flew Away Like Birds. This is about a little girl who moves to another country where she doesn't speak the language. So it's as if her words flew away because nobody can understand her and she can't understand anybody else. So it gives you a good sense from a child's perspective of what it would feel like to be somewhere where you don't understand the language and they don't understand you. So a good way to get empathy, or a good way, if that's happened to you, to remember that experience. Okay, this one, again, I could not put down. This would be great for adults or kids. Picturing a Nation, the Great Depression's finest photographers introduce America to itself. The photographs in here, these are from the WPA project, of course. They are just beautifully rendered here, with just real little but interesting blurbs about each one, quotes from the photographers. That is an inhabited house in Texas or Oklahoma. I don't remember which one it was, but just amazing photographs and some history behind it. Okay, this one is called Stunt Boy. In the Meantime, this is by Jason Reynolds, who is an award-winning African-American author. It looks like a comic book. It is not, in fact, a comic book. It's more like a chapter book, but it's a lot of fun illustrations on each page and asides and all kinds of things. So Stunt Boy thinks he's a superhero and he needs to try and save the world. He has a cat. It looks very entertaining. Then another graphic novel. This one I'm going to have to put on hold myself. This one is called, because it's already on hold for somebody. This is called Tithe Song, and this is about a family who generations back had fallen in love. Somebody had fallen in love with a dragon, so they got magical powers. Now everybody in the family has the powers, and they usually controlling weather, controlling the ocean, and they need to go to school to learn how to use those powers. So this is our main character. Whoop, there we go. There's our main character, and it was really good. I haven't read the whole thing, but what I've read so far was really good. Okay, if you look in the description, you'll see a list of all the books that I've talked about. You can put any on hold, and we will be happy to put it aside for you, and you can come pick it up. Come pick it up contactless curbside pickup, or you can pick it up next to the circulation desk in the holds shelving. Okay, I hope some of those strike your fancy, and I hope we will see you soon at the library. Thanks for watching.